Night of Destruction number 5, the final Night of Destruction of 2015, Season 3 of the Low Budgets. And folks, we're just about hitting that halfway point right now with the skid plate race coming up next. Now, Tommy, you're going to be running your hatchback in its first ever skid plate race.
Yeah.
It survived the Enduro.
So luckily, yeah.
So that was a good start. I'll be running my car in the first time it's run since its big wreck in the last skid plate race. So still some question marks. However, there is a story I want to fill in here.
Okay.
Now, prior to the night, we had this conversation about how there will definitely be a conversation between me and the 02 of Tony Cummins before we hit the racetrack, because I'm like, no, I got to know what footing we're on. Are we destroying our cars out there? Because if we are, I got some derby cars I can pull out. That's fine with me. But Tony actually approached me prior to the night, prior to my opportunity of even coming up to him. So he did. They weren't even sure if they were going to make it out at one point.
Yeah.
So they did make it out, and Tony came to our pit area, and we had a conversation, and I'd say it ended on a positive note. It pretty much ended with him explaining to me how his car broke in 5 different ways, and that's what caused him to run into me. It's incredible when that happens. Just terrible.
Yeah, I mean, it always works that way sometimes.
I guess it really does, doesn't it? So anyways, so that's a story that we can at least move on from.
Talk about calling the guy out.
So am I. I'm just speculating.
We're getting ready for skid plate racing, Jeffrey.
Yeah.
My car, my hatchback, clearly had the transmission problem. It didn't really present itself too bad in the Enduro, but being that in skid plate racing, you drag your own ass. This is where I think the transmission will probably go bad.
Yeah, so it's going to be an interesting race, Tommy. Like we said, both cars kind of have question marks hovering over them. I believe 28 cars are going to be taken to the track. You're going to try some strategy without running a transponder. So
I'm going to save weight.
Yeah, we'll see how this goes.
Trying to save that weight for that transmission.
Ready to go racing?
Let's do some skid plate racing.
My car wants to turn. This could be bad. Could mean there's something wrong in the suspension.
Here we go, skid plate racing. I don't know, this one might be tough on this transmission. Hopefully it holds together. This transmission, remember folks, it was shuddering bad. This car pretty much had no future. And hey, we're in the second event of this car's life out here at Irwindale Speedway. Funny enough, this car was brought here or delivered here for the use of a destruction derby. We figured out that this car was way too small to even want to put someone in this car for a demolition derby. So we chose to let this be the little racer, and we'll see. Skid plate racing, since you're dragging the back of the car around, might be a transmission ender here tonight, but this car has gotten a lot of good improvements from that big bottle of Lucas Oil stabilizer. And see how it works here in this one. I think everything's breaking down because suddenly the safety truck is pacing the field. Ah, the cone died. Now we talked in the driver's meeting and told them, hey guys, let's not do a rolling start. I'd be curious how this little car handles around this track. Remember, I had a Toyota Camry, a big old car that had a good amount of power, but very sluggish steering. This car, small wheelbase, no power steering. This might help or it might hurt. I don't know, we'll find out. Getting ready to go green. I don't think a lot of people got the message. We are racing. Tommy's having fun, I can tell.
my car's more screwed up than I thought. We'll do our best here. Well, my car's definitely, I think, struggling. Or I'm driving it too hard. It's never really a surprise. It's right here where my car struggles. It does not want to go. Like, why am I going this way?
I'm just trying to take it easy on the transmission. See how long I can last. But I'm trying to build up some speed too.
So it might be something with the rear. I'm not sure. But whatever it is, my car wants to go to the right. That's not where the driver wants to go. Excuse me. Let's see here. It could just be a tow issue. Maybe I'm just not used to driving my car. I'll never put lack of professionalism past me, as you can see. Oh. Oh. I'm gonna fight this. I think Tommy just went out. For some reason, my car doesn't want to hang loose like it's done in the past. Now, you might remember I had an issue with the 02 car in the last race. Issue resolved. We talked. He told me his car broke. I guess that's some form of an apology. boy, oh boy. This is a traffic jam. Here's all your leaders. That was a nice pass. Some of these people drive oblivious. All right, lap 7, not even halfway. Still cars kind of knocking out, taking themselves out. Leave you in the dust. It's like I had to get my mojo back with this car. I think I just didn't trust it enough. Nope, there we go. I'm under driving the car, and then I spin out. So 76, oh, I see. That 76 is 10th place, going through the kidney bean right now. So just not spinning out for the rest of the race would probably help. This car's not as stable as I think it used to be though. But it definitely still has its kick, man. I'm gonna spin out. You can feel it too. It's a very helpless feeling when you're about to spin out. My back kind of hurts. It's probably from the auto soccer, but I'm noticing a lack of happiness. There we go again. Big battle for the lead right here. I don't want to affect any of the leaders. Da, 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 da. Thomas closing in. Actually, the 76 just spun out. Oh, that's the wall. Come on, car. I'm still blaming the driver. I think it's me. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm certainly doing it. Oh, Tommy spun. Ooh, Tommy. To go. And I have my arch nemesis, Tommy Mason, right ahead of me.
I'll let him by. So I gotta take him out right now. Ha ha ha. I'm trying to catch Tommy. I know he's for position. I could have jumped Tommy, but why? What good would that have taught us? I do want to try and beat him. It's my goal. Tommy spun out on the white. Well, now he's gonna get the white flag. Hey! I just took over 10th. Just make sure I don't lose it, huh? One lap. That's all I need. Shake and bake. Oh dear. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Get across the line. Get across the line. Get across the... Up! What a terrible place to spin out.
Demolition Derby time. It's a shame this car had a bad transmission because I know we could win. I know this car could win Team Low Budget some money, but it handles great. I pointed where I wanted it to go, and it would go. Next up, Demolition Derby.
Skid plate racing is done, and I made it on board.
I made a top 30 finish.
Yeah.
Even though there's only 28 cars.
So Tommy and I spent a lot of that race racing for position. Unfortunately, your transponder wasn't equipped.
Well, my car was limited for transponder location anyways.
Yeah.
So yeah, I figured, hey, if it worked kind of in the Enduro, it might work in my pocket for the skid plate. Didn't even click once. But you know what? I gotta give it to the little car. It was burning that transmission towards the end of the race. Like I was having to pedal it from the 10th lap all the way to the finish. But tell you what though, if that car had a good transmission, it would be a great car because that car I can put in so many spots and it can handle food.
No, it was a lot of fun. For me, the steering was off on my car. Maybe a little bit of a toe issue that we didn't diagnose prior to the race. I noticed this a little bit when I took it out for some practice runs in the pit area, but at the same time, when I did those practice runs, I did it with a small spare tire.
Yeah.
So it was kind of hard to see, but we knew it drove. So I got out there in the car. Whenever I was making the left turns, it kind of wanted to just go straight. So I was risking it with the front straightaway wall a couple times. But you and I had quite the race going on.
Yeah, no, it was fun to race against you for a while out there. And I mean, we're out there with good company around us at all times.
Yeah.
So, hey, even I had to push a car out of my way.
Did you? No,
well, out of everybody's way at one point.
Oh, yeah. Well, it was funny, but I think one of the big moments for me in that skid plate race was coming across the line for the checkered flag. I spun out, and everybody was just coming straight at me for the checkered, and I'm like, well, this was a bad spot to be in.
Yeah.
Because unlike some of the previous tracks we've run, this one had a very much of a funnel effect.
Yeah, it did.
So luckily, no big contact there, though. It was a fun race, clean race. I'd say a successful race for us. Coming up next, we finally move on to some crunching and crashing, the Demolition Derby.
Derby.